One of the stereotypes that white women have always had in the past was the oversexed big black man. Black men have always been known to have large penises and to be extremely oversexed and desired white women. So white women played the damsel in distress whenever around a black man. There are so many stereotypes that have been created throughout time regarding black men and even black females. There had also been stereotypes where black men were known to rape white women. And that was a fear that many white women and white men had, was that their wives would be raped by a big black man. So now we have it today where black females, black people are supporting the stereotype, the negative imagery in the media that's capitalizing off of destroying wealthy black men, or black men that are in the entertainment field. R. Kelly, you have Bill Cosby, and it seems like they're going down the line. Now, they've been after R. Kelly for a long time. I was never able to get their hands on it, but yet in 2019, they're coming at him extremely strong. Now, Lifetime made a movie that turned out to be extremely lucrative, Surviving R. Kelly, and black people are eating it up. And I hear rumors that they're coming out with a Surviving Michael Jackson. And I'm sure somewhere down the line there will be a Surviving Bill Cosby. What do they all have in common? They're all so-called black American men. Not one movie did I ever hear surviving Elvis Presley or surviving any other white man that sexually molested children or underage girls or even boys. But yet they're capitalizing off of surviving black men. And black people are watching it. Black people are spreading the information. They've become the evangelists of destroying black men. So they're giving their opinion on how he should be locked up forever. He should be destroyed, but not one white person is making movies or documentaries about their white people. Now, Tommy Sotomayor had made a video regarding the Jewish rabbis that were sucking on the babies' penises. A ritual that they have, that they justify. They demonetized Tommy's entire channel for just talking about the Jews. The Catholic Church, the priests have a history of molesting the altar boys. But yet there's never been a documentary on surviving the Catholic priests. So the Jews, or the so-called Jews, the Catholic Church, white people, protect their people. They protect the imagery of their race. But black people contribute to tearing their own race down. Now on YouTube, I've gotten tired of hearing about receipts. Everybody's got receipts on everybody. Every time I watch a video, it's some drama where one black person is trying to expose another black person, and they always claim to have receipts. They work overtime doing research to get trash on other black people for views and for monetization. But when it comes to their own neighborhoods, when it comes to black on black murder, nobody knows anything. Let that sink in for a moment. And everybody's concerned about the money that everybody's making on YouTube, whether you're asking for donations or support or you're monetizing your video. You're gonna always have another black person that's gonna hate on you and that's gonna try to work overtime to take that from you. They will flag your videos to try to get your channel shut down because they feel that you're making too much money. But yet, they have not boycotted Lifetime for surviving R. Kelly. They're helping Lifetime by spreading the word. Now, I'm just gonna name a few YouTubers, black YouTube males that, and even a couple of females that were accused of scamming. So it's like black people are creating their own stereotypes. Because in history past, black people could not be trusted according to white people. They always felt that black people were going to rob them. When you drive next to them at a stoplight, they automatically lock their doors. When you get on an elevator with a white woman, she automatically clutches her purse because she thinks her money will be taken by that black man. Or if she's with her husband, the husband would grab her and pull her tight to him, protecting her from that violent, criminal-minded black man. But now white people don't need to do any of that because black people are now targeting black people and accusing black people of scamming. Just to name a few, Umar Johnson was accused of scamming and taking the people's money. Tariq Nasheed was accused of scamming and taking people's money. Tommy Sotomayor was accused of scamming and taking people's money. Sonetta was accused of scamming and taking people's money. Polite was accused of scamming and taking people's money. Hassan Campbell was accused of scamming and taking people's money. Phil from The Advice Show was accused of scamming and taking people's money. Cynthia G was accused of scamming and taking people's money. Tanya TKO was accused of scamming and taking people's money. And even my channel, I was accused of taking black people's money or capitalizing off of the back of black people because my channel was monetized. Isn't that something? And that's just to name a few that was accused of scamming. And you got black people that's going or contacting the FBI or the police to try to have these people arrested. There's a so-called attorney, a black attorney in New York City that went after Polite and other YouTubers for scamming and taking people's money, but yet not a soul spoke out against any whites that take black people's money. Not a soul spoke out against the Chinese or the Asians in the black community that comes into the black community, take their money, take it back to their own communities, and then we find videos of them disrespecting black women and beating black women down, disrespecting them after and even while they're taking their money. Think about that for a moment. We don't see black people trying to stop the Arabs' money. As long as the Arabs continue to sell beer, tobacco, blunts, and chicken wings, greens, and macaroni and cheese, black people are content. Every now and then they may break in and try to steal, but yet they have not run these Asians or Arabs out of their communities, and they're fighting hard in overtime for more illegal aliens to come in to their communities, but you don't see any other race welcoming them into their communities. See, other communities protect their communities, but black people welcome everyone and still remain on the bottom. So when it comes to stereotypes, does black people create their own stereotypes? They give white people the reason to believe that black people are criminals. But then if a white person stand up and only repeat what black people say every single day on YouTube, that white person would be considered a racist. But where did they get that information from? They get that information on countless number of videos on YouTube that was created by black people against black people, accusing black people of scamming and capitalizing off of the backs of black people. So when it comes to stereotypes, when it comes to racism, discrimination, when it comes to prejudice, the so-called black Americans have really nothing to complain about, because you're giving them the fuel for the fire. You're feeding them the information that they're only playing back to you. So when you sense someone being racist towards you, or you think they're being racist towards you, that's not really racism, because they're only giving you back what you feed them. They're only regurgitating the same thing you guys say against each other. So if you go into someone's business and they don't trust you, or they follow you around the store, or thinking you're going to steal, think back on those videos that you made accusing another black man or black woman of scamming. Even went as far as contacting the media against one black woman on YouTube. And the media had put it out there that she was scamming. So what did that so-called attorney do? She now asked for people to come forward so that she can go to the media. Again, airing your dirty laundry. And the media should be the last place black people should be feeding. negative information about black people. Now, of course, this video won't be monetized, and black Americans won't support the channel. Black Americans won't even buy the supplies that I post on my channel, but that's okay. See, you know who your people are. See, I'm gonna share a parable that a lot of y'all may already know. And it's the parable that Yeshua was talking about the Good Samaritan and how this man was beaten and left for dead. And he talked about how the scribes and Pharisees, the religious folk, stepped over him and just walked by. But then there was the Good Samaritan that came along and took the person up, put him in a hotel, cleaned him up, and told the attendants that if there's anything else you need, in other words, just let me know, put it on my tab. So the question was asked, who's my brother and my sisters? And I know I'm jumping between scriptures, but Yeshua responded and says, the one that do the will of my Father. Right? So you know who your brothers and your sisters are. And I made a video in the past that was saying that you can't always bet on black. See, you think black people are down for you because you share the same skin color. But you'd be surprised at the number of enemies that you have, that you're not even aware that you have, that share the same hue, that share the same skin color. You're thinking that you're safe around your own people, but yet you're dying more around your own people. Yes, you have other races that don't want you in their communities. You're going to have that because of the negative stereotype that you feed them. If you can't trust your own people and you think that your people are scamming, and these names that I mentioned are just a few, why does it surprise you when white people or any other race of people don't respect you and don't trust you? When you've even made videos, countless number of videos, letting them know that we don't even trust each other because we think every one of us are scamming each other. Are there scammers out there? Of course there are, among every race. But like I mentioned with the Catholic Church and how they, and keep in mind too, when it comes to those so-called Jews and it comes to the Catholic Church, them white folks, they protect their religious leaders. They protect them. Black people attack their preachers, call them pimps in the pulpit, put out there that he's trying to sleep with every woman in the church, stealing the money. So you speak against your God, you speak against the preacher, you speak against the book, your religious book, and some of y'all don't claim the Bible as your religious book, and that's respect. I respect that. But yet, you don't claim, you speak negative about anything that have to or related to black people. You don't see no other race or nationality that speak that vile against their God, against their religious leaders, against the churches, or even against the book that they believe in. But yet in the black community, at every level of the black community is destroyed from within. So just something for you guys to think about. Feedback, tell me what you think, subscribe. And I'm wasting my breath by saying support the channel because I know that's not going to happen. There's a few people that support the channel. I can count them on one hand, but that's okay. I respect those people and I appreciate those people. So feedback, tell me what you think. And also, don't get mad if white people support black YouTubers. If you're not supporting black people, why get upset and angry when other races of people decide to support black people? I hear that even with Tommy Sotomayor. You talk about how he's supported by the white racists to speak ill about black people. I've had black people say that about me, that my videos are monetized and I have white people supporting me to speak negative about black people, which is far from the truth. But yet, none of y'all support us. See? So anyway, feedback, tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm just speaking out loud.